Well, hello everybody and welcome to the Tennessee State Museum and Storytime with Miss Morgan. It is great to see you today on this Friday. So today we are continuing our Women's History Month by reading this amazing book. It's really cool and we're going to learn about some really famous and really cool Tennessee women as well. But before we get started, let's check our schedule. Oh, let's go sing our welcome song. Come on. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself, say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job, you guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right, so remember, we're gonna sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good, 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 good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, you guys. That was amazing. Pat yourself on the back. Say, good job, me. You guys are doing wonderful. So let's check our schedule, take off our welcome song. It's now time for story time. So today we're reading A is for Abigail, an almanac of amazing American women by Lynn Cheney. Look at all of these cool women and little girls. I love it. Let's see what happens. A is for Abigail Adams, who knew that women should be heard. B is for Elizabeth Blackwell and others who wanted to heal. Look, do you see all these women? They're nurses and doctors. C is for Evelyn Cameron and the women who went west. Wow, look, there's Annie Oakley. That's really cool. It says, cowgirl advice, always saddle your own horse. I think that's a good advice. D is for Emily Dickinson, our country's greatest poet. There she is. E is for educators, the women who taught us well. Wow. Look, do you see all of these women here? These were some teachers that we had here in the United States. Did you guys know that the first teacher here in Middle Tennessee was a lady named Ann Cockrell? She was our very first teacher, which is pretty cool. F is for the first ladies who have graced our nation from the start. Okay, you guys, so here in Tennessee, we had 3 presidents, so we had 3 first ladies. So here's Miss Sarah Polk. There's Miss Eliza Johnson. So Andrew Jackson's wife actually passed away before he became president. So his niece actually came in. G is for Mary Catherine Goddard. Wow, look, so this is all about women who helped with the news. And if you see this one right here, that's Miss Ida B. Wells Barnett, and she was from right here in Memphis, Tennessee. H is for Anne Hutchinson, who defended her beliefs. She was a pretty strong woman, you guys. I is for Laura Ingalls and the other girls of America's past. Do you see all of these girls and women? They lived a long time ago, and they did really cool things. J is for Anna Jarvis, who loved her mother very much. Because of Anna Jarvis, Mother's Day became a national holiday in 1914. Wow, that's really cool. Mother's Day is coming up, too, in a couple months. K is for Mary Keyes and other inventors and entrepreneurs. Wow, you guys look at all of these inventors who are women. Like, did you know the windshield wiper was invented by a woman? Huh, that's so cool. Wow, what a neat page. I love looking at all these cool people. L is for Julia Lothrop and those who lifted others up. So these are about women who helped to create change and to help others. So Miss Julia was the head of the Children's Bureau, a government agency that worked to make the lives of children and babies much safer and better. That's really cool. M is for Maria Mitchell and all who look to the skies. Wow. Look, we have an astronaut. There's Dr. Sally Ride and Amelia Earhart. You guys, that is so cool. Bessie Coleman, she was the first African-American woman to be licensed as a pilot. That is really neat. N is for Louis Nelson and other creators of beautiful things. Wow, when I see these women like this who can paint and illustrate and do and make crafts and do statues, I just think how neat that is, because I'm definitely not the best with drawing, and so I really appreciate when people can do it, because I think it's really cool. O is for Sandra Day O'Connor and others who were first. So she was our first woman Supreme Court Justice. P, whoa, look at that. P is for performers. Wow, you guys, look at all of these really cool performers. We have singers and dancers and opera singers and rock and roll and all kinds of people, actresses. Wow, that's really neat. That's a cool page. Q is for quilt makers who brought art to everyday life. If you come here to the Tennessee State Museum, you can see some of our quilts. R is for Rosie the Riveter and women who went to war. You guys, look. That's really neat. S is for the 60s and the 70s and the second wave. You guys, these are those women who fought for the rights that a lot of us have today. T is for Trailblazers, the women who showed us the way. Wow. Look, oh, there's Amelia Bloomer. I like her because she thought that women didn't have to wear dresses, they should be able to wear pants, which I appreciate. Man, that's really cool. U is for us and our grand history. Wow. Look at all of these amazing women. V is for variety. Wow. Do you see all of these women? Look at all the things that they're doing. There's a pilot, and a caterer, and a photographer, and a dentist, and a veterinarian, just like the ones at the zoo. W is for Edith Wharton, and women writers all. Wow, look at all those women writers. Let's see, there's Louisa May Alcott, and Toni Morrison. Oh, and you know what? We can say Nikki Giovanni, because she's a poet. Wow. X is for X marks the ballot. You guys, do you remember what happened last year in 2020? It was the 100th anniversary of the passing of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote, which is why I wore my dress today. So it's votes for women. Y is for Rosalind Yallow and women in math and science. Whoa, cool, man. Look at all those cool scientists. Z is for Babe Dickerson Zaharis and all the women who would be strong. Wow, look at all of these athletes. And look, there's Miss Wilma Rudolph. We learned all about her last month. The end. You guys, I just love this book. It's one of my favorites because it just highlights all of those really cool women that we have living here in the United States. So I hope you guys get a chance. Maybe you can check it out from the library, because on each page there's lots of little details that we didn't go into. That's a really cool surprise if you get to check it out from the library. So ask your adult, maybe they can take you down there and see if they can check it out. So let's check our schedule. All right, we've done story time. It's now time for our activity. So I thought one of the fun things that we could do would be to draw our favorite woman. So maybe that is a family member. Maybe it's your friend, or maybe it's someone you look up to. So it could be a musician or a scientist or an author. So have fun with it. So today I drew one of my favorite all-time Tennesseans. I'm sure you guys remember because I've talked about her a lot, but it's Miss Dolly Parton. So this is my picture of Dolly Parton, and you know, you have fun with it, you guys. It's your drawing, you pick the woman, and just have fun with it. And if it is someone like a friend or a family member, make sure you give it to them and tell them that they're your favorite lady. So I hope you guys have fun with that. And again, if you draw anybody and you'd like to share, please share with us on social media. We love to see them. All right, let's check our schedule. All right, it's time for our artifact. So in our story, we read about some really cool ladies. So I thought we might talk a little bit about some women here in Tennessee. So in the book, we saw Miss Ida B. Wells, We saw Miss Sarah Polk. And another sportswoman that I really like, because we've talked about Miss Wilma Rudolph, is Pat Summitt. So if you look here, you will see Miss Sarah Polk's portrait, Ida B. Wells' portrait, and Pat Summitt's Wheatie box from here in the Tennessee State Museum, which those are some really cool ladies there. So I picked these three women because I think they are just really cool. Sarah Polk was a politician at a time when women weren't really politicians. She really wasn't a politician per se, but she definitely had a lot to say, and her husband, who was president, did listen to her, and he relied a lot on her, which is really interesting, because at that time, people didn't really think women could get into politics. And Miss Ida B. Wells Barnett is just an amazing woman, you guys. She fought really, really hard for the rights of African Americans and the poor, and she was just an all-around amazing woman. And Miss Pat Summitt here was the coach of the Lady Vols basketball team. In fact, she was the most winningest coach. Winningest? Yeah, we'll say winningest. I'm not sure if that's a word, but she definitely won the most basketball games of any coach in the college basketball scene until 2020, actually. That's when her record was broken. So that's pretty impressive. And she was an all-around, loved basketball coach by not only her players, but by the fans here in Tennessee. So we like to highlight these women and, think about the women in your life. Think about what makes them special and think about the women you look up to. And you guys, I hope you enjoy your Friday. And you know what? We'll see you next week at Storytime with Miss Morgan. Bye, guys.